Hello, good morning drawing students. Well, welcome to your experimental day with pastels. I hope that you have a good time. As you can see throughout the room, I have set up as many easels as I possibly can. In fact, there may very well be enough easels for each of you to be working upright on one. That's actually one of the techniques that I'd like you to experiment with today. I've got a list of 11 things that I want you to really work on specifically, and the idea is to use your initial sketch of your Vasily Kandinsky artwork as the idea for your experiment today. So the 10 different things that you're going to be working on to practice with are blending analogous colors with and without finger blending. So that's letting two colors that share a common hue blend. And one of them, just let the pastel blend over the top of itself, or not itself, but another one. And the second time, put two colors over the top and blend them with your finger to see what they look like. The second one is blending complements with and without finger blending. So complements again, red and green, or blue and orange, or yellow and violet. Kind of see how that works and see what kind of colors you can get with. Straighten curved lines with the tips of the pastels as well as the sides of the pastels. See how laying down marks can be done differently. Filling large areas of color and then doing smaller detail over the top with a different color. So it's not just laying down one color and being done with it. It's laying down colors and slowly blending colors on top of it. Maybe you lay down a square and you've got a line that chases through it. That would be an interesting way to approach that. Maybe you've got a skinny line that chases through it and you got a fat line that chases through it using the side of the pastel. Experiment. Take your time. This is an hour of you exploring the pastels. Blending with circular marks as well as back and forth marks. So sometimes when you lay a color down, you can blend circular around and around and around, wax on, wax off, or you can use back and forth marks. Back and forth is going to treat the pastel, and if they're overlapping, it's going to treat it differently than circular marks would. Using paper as a masking tool. Maybe you've got a rectangle or a shape. You can take a piece of scrap paper underneath or on top of your drawing paper and use that piece of scrap paper to mask off a very sharp edge. And we have we've got scrap paper over on the far side by the lockers over there somewhere. So you can take a look at that. We've also got, let's see, adding a white highlight over a dark colored surface. Now I might not have white colored pastels in the box, but maybe a yellow over the top of a purple or a blue or something that's darker, a green. See how that works. Working upright on an easel versus flat on a tabletop. This is an important thing for you to understand because sometimes working upright is easier. The pastels will flutter down the page instead of sitting piled up on the page, and I think that's a really good lesson for you to learn there. Cleaning your pastels with a paper towel. Now I kind of talked about this a little bit, but get yourself a little piece of paper towel from the sink area, have that at your workstation, and as you're drawing, or as you've taken it out of the bucket, you want to clean that off so you've got a nice clean surface to work with. Clean it off, clean surface. And the other thing to do is when you do gather up your pastels to work on your own, inside of the Ziploc bag, keeping them wrapped up in paper towel to keep them clean from one another. That's a really good tip to learn. The 10th one is to experiment on your own. I've got this long list and you're going to have that in front of you so you can experiment with your own. Again, using your initial sketches of the Kandinsky piece as your reference. And then lastly, cleaning and spraying with a cloth rag versus paper towel. This isn't an exercise. This is just keeping the classroom clean. That's your assignment for today. The pastels are on the work table. The paper is cut smaller and is on the kitchen table. I have a stack of advanced drawing paper there also, so don't confuse the two. Questions, comments, concerns, please save them for Thursday. I'll be back to help answer those. Anything else, talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends. Don't put your earphones in today. We'll have music playing in the background. Experiment. About 20 minutes into class, what I'd like you to do is stop and walk around the room and take a look at what your classmates are doing. Look at their different techniques. Look at how they're handling things differently or similarly to how you're handling those. That's all I've got today. You've got a list. The list is with the substitute. The list is on the website. You guys have work to do. Enjoy the soft pastels. It's going to take a little bit longer to clean up, so I'd give myself 10 minutes before the bell rings just to get a feel for how long it takes to clean up. And then whatever you have to do it to clean up and help each other. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye.